8, 7. Oh, right. Good evening, everybody. It's Flying Saucer Television with UFO Paranormal TV. And tonight I have got my old mate on again, Les
Hey,
Durant. Now then, how are you doing, Les?
well, I'm doing okay actually. Since the last time I talked with you, I broke my hip, and oh my gosh, it's been a rough ride, but I've been very blessed because of the care and the blessings that people have shown me, and I'm just very thankful for that. I use a walker to get around, but I'm on pretty good pain meds right now, and so I've just been watching some cool TV shows and catching up, and my leg is a little sore, but I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna. Oh, hey, Annette. Um, I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna go
I
ahead and
know.
just get through this. Yeah, yeah. So, which is fine. Now,
Yeah, well, I
how?
wasn't going to mention it about falling and what have you, but
Yeah.
funnily enough, um, somebody mentioned something, and they says we didn't like how your program was going on the other night, and I said, well, why not? And they says you were using the spirit box, and there were far too much chatter on that spirit box. Something's going to happen. And then the next day, I thought to
Oh,
myself,
yeah,
flipping heck.
right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought, oh,
yeah. That's true. I've
you
heard
know
a
what I
few.
mean?
There was
So,
a there was a few things I want to tell you about my friend Mark Fiorentino. He was going outside to set up his camera out at night, trips and falls and breaks his ribs. Yeah.
really?
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the fact that it's nuts that this stuff is happening. But you could say it's coincidental. Well, there's no such thing as coincidence. We already know that. But it was just something that it happened, and it happened very quickly. And I told myself I'm going to get out of it,
Yeah.
and it's going to be good, you know. So yeah, but I've gotten some good
Wow.
stuff, and I've been able to find UFOs for people. And now that these balloons, these unknowns, are coming up, that's something, you know. I'm saddened by the fact that they are. Yes, I'm saddened that they're shut down, that they have been shot down. That just means that just shows them that we are a hostile planet. I'm not saying that they are ET, but I'm just saying, hey, it very well could be. Um, the the best thing to do is just try to communicate,
Yeah.
you Russ probably know more about probably what's going on than we do. And so I just tell people just to be respectful. That
Yeah.
with
Well, yeah, Annette has just said that there's been 4 more objects shot down,
hmm
which is not surprising. But the thing is, they're saying objects. Well, an object is an object is an object. Whose objects, do they belong to? I did tell people 3 years ago about a war that was starting. I did say about, in where we was at the time when I said that was in Eastern Europe along the borders, and about the blue aliens, the Chinese, and about a war that was coming. And I said it would be strange because it would be more like a civil war than a world war,
right,
although it's coming. And the next thing, 3 years later, we're in a world war, which is in essence a world war. We're alongside you. Well, I'm not personally. My
right,
country is alongside Ukraine. So the Americans seem to be, and Europe. And I say, get out. We shouldn't even be there. But anyway, that's just my thoughts.
right.
Let me just see now. Hang on. Let me just have. Where the heck did that come from? Uh, right. Hang on. Comments. Right. Here we go. So, Yeah, so it's been a strange older week,
Yes.
and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. We're shooting balloons down now, objects down. So, what have you been doing? Have you been capturing objects, Les?
Yes, I have actually. I've gotten quite a few things. I'm actually finding objects for other people now too. So what people do is they'll send me videos through Google Drive, and then I'll look at them just to see what I can find, and I'm able to pull up different objects. What I did recently uh, is I went back just today. I went back to look at this video. That was my very first MUFON unknown. So the planes are at the very end, and I don't know if you want me to show you that first, since this is kind of a redo interview. But here's what I'm going to do: is I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to show you the planes. This is in Searcy, Arkansas, and this is my very first video, and this happened in June of 2021. So, and this was also considered an unknown. So what I'm going to do is I use a program called SM Player, and I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to share it with you, and it's a free program. So let me put that in here. Let's say SMPLAYERK, and then it's smplayer.info is the site. Okay. Now, the link that I'm going to send out is, let me see if this will paste. Yes, the link that I'm going to send in there is a link to this video. This is the video that got it all started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here, present, share my screen, and come up with the window and do this. Okay. All right, so there's me. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some reference shots. What I did is I set my camera down on on a little stand, and I aimed it up to the sky. Okay. So now you do see what I'm doing, right? Okay. Okay. Now you see me standing up right there. Okay. Are you still there?
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. Good. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a
Yeah.
reference. All right.
Yeah.
Here is a bug and flare reference. So you're going to see a bug. Oop.
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah.
Okay. Now this right. See, here's the bug over here. Okay, and that's a flare. All right. Now I'm going to show you another one. Okay, I'm going to show you a bird and a flare. Okay, here comes the bird. There's the
So
bird.
that's a lens flare. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, now this is a lens flare. Now see how the bird is flying
Yeah.
by? All right, now keep that in mind. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the very end. I call this the meat and potatoes. Okay. All right, now let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, here comes the first plane. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. See, do you see? I didn't even see. Sometimes I go back and I don't even catch them. But there's one right there that just disappeared. So, but right now we're going to keep an eye on this C-130, and this is from Little Rock Air Force Base. Here we go. And boom. Did you see that? Right about there. Okay, right about there. Now you might say, well, that's a bird or a bug. Okay, well, let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the E button. We're going to zoom in. Okay. All right. You can see that it's kind of bulbous, that it has some form to it.
Right.
Right. Now let's go back over here. See how fast it goes by?
Yeah.
Now these are just small little clicks. Now I'm going to go wide out here again. Now I have also noticed, let's go back over here like that. Boom, 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 boom. I've also noticed other objects doing the same thing that are coming around. So I'm going to pull this over here. Okay. And this like this. Oh, right. There's that one. Right here. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I
Right.
can see it.
See this one right here? Okay, now I'm going to zoom in a little
Wow.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everyone has access to this video. If you want to download, if you want to download it, it's a full 30 minutes. What you're seeing is at the end, and see you can see how that goes up. Okay, and then back over here.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
just like that, right? Okay, now I'm going to show you something that'll kind of blow your mind just a little bit because it kind of blew me away. All right, so let's go back over here. I'm going to go back to the very beginning. I'm going to go down to my browse and my bookmarks. So I did my references. Okay. Okay. Now this is me setting up the camera. All right. Now my original
Right.
goal was just to get some footage of the clouds and stuff. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go very
Yeah.
slowly. Okay. Right around here. You can kind of see me setting it up. Do you see how the flare is up here at the top? Okay. Oh yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to show you something that. Okay. Do you see how I'm looking right there? Do you see where the flare is right here by my nose? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's where the flare is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn my head. Ah, look, this is my very first pose with UFO. This is at 123. Okay. Now let's zoom in. And how do we know it's UFO? Well, here's what I'm going to show you. Let's see what you think. If you think that maybe this is trying to follow me or something. Okay, and I'm gonna here and I'm gonna say why, but here, let's follow it. It's gonna go up, 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 up. Okay, now I'm gonna go wide like this. It's you still see it's right here, right? Okay. Now we're gonna go up, up, and now it's up here, right above my head. Okay.
Right.
It's gonna go around a little bit. Let me go wide.
Yeah.
Okay. You can still see the flare. The flare is right down on my cheekbone.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there's that.
Oh yeah. That it is. Yeah.
Still there, right? And then it's gone, but the flare is still there. Okay, that's my very
Yeah.
first cameo with a UFO, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, blue object, same thing. Okay, I just found this one today as well. This right here really got me as well. Okay, so it happens very fast right there. Okay. Now, what I tell people that I want you to do this at home, okay? I want people who are gamers, people who have a quick eye, people who are stoners who can stare for a very long time. See, like just for me to see this, see how quick it's gone. But look at that pretty turquoise.
Yeah.
That's one of my actually that's one of my favorite colors. So I'm not even saying what it is. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I'm recording. But now this is all in the same tape. So if you want to view what I'm looking at, it's at 1 minute, 21 seconds, and you'll see it go by. Now I'm going to make it play at a regular speed so you can see how fast it goes by. Okay, so let's go right here and I'm going to hit the space bar, gone. See, but I looked over there. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that I looked that way?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
unusual,
see,
is that, isn't it?
yeah, and you can see that one up here. Now I'm going to show you some other crazy stuff just on this, and then really this video has some just incredible stuff going on. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yeah, fast objects. Here we go. So the plane goes by. Boom. That does its thing. Now I will let everybody know that I did take this to the Little Rock Air Force Base, and I called their public affairs office. And at first they kind of laughed at me until I told them I had some pictures. Then they said, well, drop it down at the gate because I had a big file. So I did. They kind of laughed at me again
Right.
until they saw the pictures of the objects flying past the. Now let's look at this. This just kind of appears, right? Okay, right about there. Now let's take. At first, it could be a bug or a bird, right? Let's look. Okay. Now
Yep.
to me, Have you ever heard the movie Minions? They're kind of they kind of look like they're kind of like a
Which
cartoon.
one? Sorry.
Oh, the minions. They look like
Oh
little
yeah.
toys, right? See how this one looks like it's showing off? Now watch, I'm going to play it regular.
Right.
Here's regular. Stop it. Okay. That's the fun thing about this is that I can now see. Look at now. Look at that. See how crazy that looks. Now we're finding this together, right? Okay. So look at that. All right. Now I'm going to play it some more. Now, anybody think that that's still a bug? You can say, yeah, that's still a bug. Not a worry. Okay, no worries. Or a bird. I'm always up for discussion. Um, because what we have to do is we have to put that in the back of our backpack with all of our other files. Now, you might have seen something go up to it. Here's something that would be different. Look at that. Okay, right there. And if you look, there's at least one, two, three of them. Okay. All right. Now, if you want to look at the same thing I'm looking at, it's 30 minutes and 2 seconds
Yeah.
into the video, right? And it's not doing anything. And then, I mean, it keeps doing its thing. Let me get out of this here for you real quick. So there we go. All right. And escape. All right. And kind of get back here with the program. So yeah. So that's just my first video. I mean, hey, I mean, how many did we see just on the first one, right? Um, I'm going to show you my latest one. Now, the latest one is a little bit different because I got a new camera. I got a
Have you?
Samsung. Yeah, I got a Samsung S22. Um, yeah. Now,
Oh,
actually,
you
I've got
said yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna show you what I caught the very first night with my Samsung S22. Um, that's the good thing about it. That's one of the reasons why I got it was because of the quality of picture it does. I mean, it even takes pictures at night. Let's see. Oh yeah, new phone triangle. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. So let me show you first that kind of give you a breakdown of where we're at, and then
Right. Yeah. No problem.
okay,
Sounds good.
let's see. Okay, all right, and let me try this right here. Okay, sorry. And my phones are all going. They're all going off. Sorry about that. Okay, so there we go. All right, and then I'm going to share the screen and right here. Okay, so this is where I live. Okay, so this is North Carolina right up here. This is Tennessee and Georgia line is right here. Okay, I live right here.
Right.
Okay, okay. There are no planes out here. It's 9:34 p.m. and there's no planes. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Now that's when the video, that's when the event started. So I saw this plane. Let me stop sharing this. I saw a plane that I thought was a plane flying over my head, and so but it was blinking in a weird way. Now I've had people say that that's just an airplane. That's just all that is. Like, all right, well, why is there if it's an airplane? Why are there no planes out there? Does that make sense? So now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up the video for that. There we go. And this one, oh, this also is on my YouTube channel as well. It's Objects and Orbs. If anybody wants to check it out. And I'm sorry I'm a little kind of off, but I'm a little on meds too. So which is normal. Okay, and best files organized. There we go. And triangle. All right. Here's the video. Yeah. Okay. This is the full video. It only lasts 56 seconds. Okay, and I'm gonna speed it up here just a little bit. All right. Let's pause that. Okay. All right, now let me share it with you. And I'm sorry for all this here. Get this going right there. Present, share screen, window, and that. Bam. Okay. Let me rewind it back here just a little bit. As this is flying, it's kind of blinking a little bit. And I'll pull it up here right about here. Ooh. Yeah, another head. Talk about, okay, here we go. All right. There we go. Did you see that? Let me bring this back a little bit. All right. Here we go. Right about there. Okay. Now, when's the last time? Oh, let me. Where did I put it? Oh. All right. I'm gonna go back here. Okay. This is kind of a new camera, so and boom. Okay, there was that one light. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this on the stream. Maybe. Okay, here we go. You see that
Yeah.
right there? All right.
Yeah.
So this was flying over my head the other night, and they said, "Oh, that's an airplane." Well, that's really nice and all, but remember, we looked, and it's not an airplane, or there wasn't an airplane in the area, or it wasn't an airplane that was showing the transponder.
And how does it move from there?
And then all of a sudden, it just goes away over the clouds. Oh, and it's actually under the clouds. Let me stop sharing here for you so you can see this.
So does it
Um,
just disappear?
yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And
airplanes don't
that
usually
right
just
there, I've
disappear,
had
do they?
people.
They usually travel.
Right. Yeah. I also found. Okay. New light beam shot to the sky. Okay. Now I have some night vision stuff that I can show you where a light beam shoots out of the sky and flashes.
Really? Yeah, of
Yeah. Yeah.
course.
Let me do that.
We'll watch
All
anything
right. Okay.
and
So
everything.
here we go. All right. And let's do this. Okay. Now I'm going to share this with you right here. Okay. And present. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. All right. Present. Okay. All right. Just like this. Okay. So let's go wide so we can see what. Okay. So it's January 1st. Okay. So North Georgia is up in the mountains. We're 1,900 feet up. There are no bugs. Let me show you this. Well, actually, no, I'm not even going to go on with there. But if you look up Georgia winter bugs, you'll find out that they are mostly ground bugs, so you won't see them in the sky. All right,
No.
now this right here, where my mouse is the pipe that goes over the top of the house that has that lets all the heat out or whatever. All right. Now,
Yeah.
so now that we know that there's now that this one I didn't go back on the plane, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and check out this strange object. Let's see what this is. Okay, here we go. Oh, right here. Okay, yeah, let's go back. Let's look at this. Okay, this is looking west. There we go. Now, what is that? Now,
Oh,
oh, now look at this. Oh, there's something right up here. Okay. It looks weird. It blinks weird. Okay. Now let's just say that that's a plane for now because I got better stuff to show you. Or don't want to have to sit through that. All right. This is the one that gets people right here too. Woo! Bam. All right. Let's try that again. White streak. Okay, we're gonna zoom in. Okay. Now here's what I did is I hooked up my security camera and it's a Wi-Fi, and I put it on a tripod. Okay. Now this is up in the sky, so there are no roads up here, none of that stuff. Okay. Yep. Now these are what we call rods or sky angels. Okay. It could very well be anything else, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Now then there's this one. This one is called a light ray, but it's actually not a light from what I've been told because a light would shoot more of a straight beam. Okay, but here we go. Let's do this. Let's pull it out here a little bit, just like that. All righty. Okay, and here goes. Let it play. Boom. Okay, so it's going to be right down here,
Wow.
right? So let's go back. And now keep an eye on the time, 11:19:40. Let it play regular
Yeah.
once again. Bam. Now let's zoom in. Now here's the crazy thing. Here's the argumentative thing is that it can't be a bug because it just appears. Well, now here's the thing. Einstein's observer effect proves this. So we are basically bringing this into being. Really, is what it is. Okay, so here goes. One more time. Okay, try this again. Oh, let me pull this out. I'm sorry about that. I'm over here getting. As you can tell, I got a little bit of ADHD going on. Not a problem. All right, and
Oh,
okay, yeah. Let me pull this out just a hair. All right, we'll do
put my
this one more
specs back.
here's a good reason to set your bookmarks. If you find something that you're recording, you always want to make sure that you have your bookmarks set. Boom, just like that. Okay, we're gonna
Mm.
leave that one alone for now. I'm gonna show you something even more prophetic that I think. Um, so once again, it's 11:37, 22 p.m. So I shoot at 25 frames per second, and I'm just clicking. Oh, what was that? Look at that. Oh, what is that? Okay, so let's look at that play. Boom. It was just that fast. Okay. Here's the thing that we're going to do. I'm not saying what it is. I can just say kind of what it looks like. It looks like somebody with a bald head with hair in the back, leaning back,
Yeah.
looking forward. That's kind of what it looks like to
It
me.
does, doesn't it?
So
It
it's
does,
just
doesn't
that
it?
fast. Yeah. Boom, just that fast. Boom, just that fast. It's easier when you can kind of play around with it, like that. So let me stop sharing with this. And yeah, so I've got that's just that's just the tip of the iceberg of the stuff that I've got. I do have a total of three MUFON unknowns, and I'm trying to see. Oh, let me find one here. Yeah, here we go. Disappear and plane. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to show you one that's over the top of my house, and these right here as well. Okay. All right. This is just 12 seconds. All right. And let's do that. Let's take a look. Okay. We're going to browse and oops. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I hope, me,
It's okay.
okay. Picture taker and plane. I have so many. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
UFO portal over North Georgia. There we go. Okay. All right. And object flies in and disappears. Yeah. All right. I like this one. Okay. And now this one was taken with an old cell phone. All right. Here we go. And let me share with you again. Okay. Sorry, it's kind of dragging tonight. I'm just like, woo. Hey, the meds are working. The meds are working good. Let's just say that. So I'm glad to be back
I
on.
wish mine were mine out. That's a problem tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back on the air. All right, so here we go. Okay, let me see if I
Yeah,
browse
same here. Same here, Liz.
on the right. Object on the right disappears. Okay. Oh, okay, bro. Now they happen so very fast. Okay, here we go. So do you see this one right here? Right here at the top. Let me see that right there. It's gonna be on the top right.
Is
Okay.
that sunflower?
No. Do you see it
Is
moving?
that sunflower, Les?
Oh, what? No, that's not. Oh, yeah. This white part over here is. This is a flare over here. Yes. And then, of course, the sun right here. Now, this object up here. See how it's moving? See how it looks like? See how it looks like it's looking around? Okay. These are ones that I call picture takers. These very well could be what people are seeing as
Where we're
well as.
looking, Les? I couldn't see anything. Where are we
Oh,
looking?
oh.
Ah,
Let
I
me.
can see it now. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
can
Let
see it
me.
now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and share that for you one more time. That way you can see it. Sorry about that. Okay, share screen and window and boom right there. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now do you see this little object right here?
Hang on, Les, let me.
Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit more. You do see my screen, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Now do you see this object right over here?
yeah, I can see now, Les. Yeah.
Okay. Now watch it go. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's
And
totally enough,
at
isn't
first
it?
you think, well, maybe it could be a bird. Well, maybe so. Now here's what's going to happen with this. We're going to let it go. We're going to go whee. Okay. Okay. Now let's go wide
Yeah,
here. Okay. Now here is what makes it a difference between a bird or flare or a bug. See, there's the flare. Here's the object.
yeah.
Watch the object go bye, just like that. That's how we say it in Georgia. Bye. You just go. You know what? See you later. Gone. This is over the top of my house. So we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and gone. Just like that. Is there portals? Yes, there are portals. Lots of portals. I'm trying to think. Yeah. So let me stop sharing here. Okay. So the way that I do this basically is very simple. I use this very expensive piece of equipment right here, and I mean, you'll be lucky if you can afford it. No, I'm just joking. Basically, what this is just a door hinge. Okay, just a door hinge, and it has Velcro on it. Now the Velcro, I get it at here in America is at Walmart. Get the good Velcro. This right here was like $10. It's the strongest. It's the strong kind. Okay, now yeah, it likes my cat too. All right, so there's that. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your old cell phone. Okay, you're gonna grab your old cell phone, and let me see. I've got a few of them, as you can tell. Number one, in fact, number one. This is the one that catches most of them. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. All right, now this has Spirit Talker on it, but that's a whole nother show, which we already did.
Oh,
So we ain't gonna do that. But the thing about these phones is that you can use them for catching spirits as well as catching UFOs. Okay, I use a
yeah,
program called Manual Camera. You can kind of see what I'm doing with it. Okay, you're gonna go into the settings. In the settings is where you're going to set everything up as far as your quality. You're going to enable the location, all of that. Okay. Now, the thing
yeah,
about this, always shoot at landscape. Always. There's actually a setting in here where you can force it to do landscape. Okay. Um, focus this is. Let's see. Enable location, frame rate. Yeah. Shutter face. Okay. Lock orientation. Sorry. Lock orientation. Frame to landscape. All right. Now let's catch some UFOs. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my piece of door hinge and I've got Velcro on the back. I'm going to set this right here just like that. Okay. All right. Now I still have the record button right here. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to aim this up to the sky. I'm going to set it outside. I'm going to aim it up to the sky. Now, one thing that I did, I created a little Velcro bumper kind of thing, so like it'll go, go like that. So then I'm going to set it on a oh sorry, let me start over again. Just outside, just on a flat surface. Okay, on a fence or just when I was in Texas, I set it on a barbecue. I just set it up there and then I hit record. Okay, now when you're done, it's going to record 45 minutes. When you're done, it's going to cut them all out. It's going to break them down. You're going to take your USB cord. You're going to plug it in. Okay. Okay. All right. And then, oh no. I'm back. Okay. Anyway, I thought I might have lost you. Okay. That's how you get the file into your computer. So you get your file into the computer, then you download SM Player. All right. And once again, SM Player is free.
Right.
Now, after you've done that, you can look at those
Mm.
videos just like I did. Anybody can do it. How many, Russ? How many of these do you think you have at your house that don't have service? No
What
service.
phones?
Yeah. Like how many?
Uh, about four.
I usually use three. So you're doing better than me. But now, now I've got a very nice one. This one can do 8K, but now that's a whole other story. Um, but my point is that to capture these things, just use an SD card in the back. We're just going to pop that out in the back. Okay. There's your little SD card. You just pop that in there, and then
Yeah.
you tell the equipment to record on that. Um, I don't catch video. I don't catch UFOs on every single time I record them, but I would say that I do catch them almost every third time, every other day. It takes me a while to
Right.
go through all of those, but I've got a friend in Florida that I'm working with right now that he's sending me his videos just to look at, and I'm able to find stuff. So even if you don't want to deal with looking for them, say, hey, I'll teach you how to record it and go from there. So, so Rush, right now you could go outside and record you some UFOs tomorrow. I know it's good. I know it's getting kind of late there, but if you got clear skies, I shoot.
Yeah.
I would be honored to see what you could get by sending me some files, and uploading them. I'm just right now I'm looking for quicker internet, and that's really the main thing. That was one good thing about Chattanooga. I got some very nice internet speeds there. The reason why is because Chattanooga is what they call a gig city, and it is the fastest internet in the entire Western Hemisphere. So half of the world, it's the fastest internet city. That's how fast it is. So
Wow.
literally, yeah, literally you could send me a file, and if I had a fast enough modem, I would have your file within minutes. And I could probably find stuff pretty easy. But and I tell people too that if you need help setting it up, by all means let me know. Because I've got
Yeah.
I do have
Sounds
ways.
good, does that?
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I really appreciate your friendship too. And anybody who wants all these links, I can send you the entire link to the objects and orbs. There, I don't have anything hidden. I even have a how to in there as well. I'd be more than happy to put that in there and let people know. Yeah, so I've got people now that ask me to analyze, and really a lot of this stuff that's going on with these balloons and stuff, I don't want to speculate and say what they are. I just want to just say that, hey, instead of having a hostile world side, we also need to have a communication side to where we need to communicate with them,
Mm.
because we know that they know that what they are. um, but I don't get into conspiracies. You kind of probably know that that's not what I do. So right now, but the fact that, hey, if you come to my house and I'm just going to shoot you down because I don't know who you are, yeah, yeah, I'm not into that. I'm a
Mm.
little bit more into, hey, let's see a little bit more. If it's a UFO, tell us it's a UFO. just tell us. I mean, the government has already told us. It's just like tonight. Hey, how many people knew about these balloons? Not everybody. So when everybody knows, that's when the stuff we think is going to come down is going to go down. That's my personal view. That's just something I believe. Um, because people they're like, oh, we want disclosure. We want disclosure. Well, disclosure happened back in the 50s. It happened back in the 40s. It happens in the year 2023 when you search the Freedom of Information Act. Oh, well, guess what? Yeah, I've got something for you. If we have a couple more minutes, sure. Let me let me bring up my Area 52 stuff. I have exact files that you would not even that you wouldn't even believe it are out there. Let me see. Let me come down here to this. Okay. Now you can also download these files online. Um, let's see. Document. Oh, okay. Reagan document. Okay. PDF. Okay. All right. And here we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, UAP documents. Okay. Yeah, isn't it interesting how they haven't really said flying objects, but they were flying, weren't they? Okay. Now I'm gonna let
Well,
me copy this.
I presume so.
Yeah, let me copy this here, and I'm just gonna have you search. Anybody who wants to search online for this, okay? .pdf. Okay. Okay. You just search that number .pdf. Okay. And then when you do, it's going to bring up
Yeah.
this. Okay. All right. Now let me share the screen with you, and we're going to review this here really quick, and then you'll know for a fact that Area 51 was real, and everything beyond that also is real. So here we go. This is all right. Now, Ronald Reagan Presidential Library Digital Library Collections. Okay. This is a PDF folder of
Yeah.
textual collections. All right. So this is from the Freedom of Information Act. I'm going to scroll all the way down to page 19. Okay. Oh, look. Oh, I thought I just saw some names on here. Okay, let's move that up. Now, a lot of times you're going to find paperwork that's been redacted, documented to where it's can't be seen, right? Okay, well, they missed this one. Um, and this is on page 19. And I'm just kind of going down here a little bit. Okay. And because I can't see it as well without the, um, okay, here we go. Getting in. Now, this is top secret, magic eyes only. Have you ever heard of Majestic 12? Do you want to
Yeah.
know? Do you want to know the original
I've got
ones?
some maps over here from the
Okay.
70s with Majestic 12 on them,
Okay. Well, guess what?
from a group of gentlemen that were researching a UFO incident in North Wales, the Berwyn Mountains, and it
Hmm.
says Majestic 12.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So Majestic 12 is the highest classification. In fact, let me stop that one for a second. I'm going to show you the organizational chart for the United States. Okay, you can see this, right? Do you see Majestic at the top?
Yeah,
Cosmic. I'm going to let you look these up.
yeah,
I will tell you that Cosmic has to do with NATO. Luna. Okay, now let's take a look to see where the president lies in all of this. Oh, look. He's right down here. You know why? Because he's a temp. He's a temp. All right. So
yeah.
all these other levels are a lot higher than he is. Okay. Now let's go back to this. Okay. Now you can see this is Majestic 12. Okay. Now I'm gonna okay, this is on page 19. And I'm gonna can you read it? Can you see it? Okay.
It's a bit small. It's a bit
Okay,
small. I can't see it.
let me make it bigger for you. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna read it to your viewers and listeners. Okay. So this is on page 19. On July 7th of July, 1947, a secret operation was begun to assure
7th of
recovery.
July.
hmm to assure recovery of the wreckage of this object for scientific. Okay, actually, let me start at the top. In spite of these efforts, little of substance was learned about these objects until a local rancher reported that had crashed in a remote region of New Mexico, located approximately 75 miles northwest of Roswell Army Air Force Base. I know about Roswell because I used to live about 160 miles from there. Okay, on 7 July 1947, a secret operation was begun to assure recovery of the wreckage of this object for scientific study. During the course of this operation, aerial reconnaissance discovered that four small human like beings had apparently ejected from the craft at some point before it exploded. These had fallen to the earth about 2 miles east of the wreckage site. All four were dead and badly decomposed due to the action by predators and exposure to the elements during the approximately 1 week time period which that had elapsed before their discovery. A special scientific team took charge of removing these bodies for study. The wreckage of the craft was also removed to several different locations. Civilian and military witnesses in the area were debriefed, and news reporters were giving the effective cover story that the balloon had been a misguided weather research balloon. Where have we heard that before? So, now, anyway, now I'm going to show you this. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you this right here. Now, remember how we were talking about Majestic 12? Okay. This right here is the actual manual for them. Okay. Top secret, magic eyes only. Okay. All right. Now you'll see these are just pictures that were taken, but you'll see that extraterrestrial entities and technology, recovery and disposal, scope, general, security classification, history of the group. It says that Operation Majestic 12 was established by a special classified presidential order, 1947, at the recommendation of Secretary of Defense James V. Forrestal. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out of this here real quick, and I'm going to tell you about James Forrestal. James Forrestal was found, he committed suicide. And so, don't know why. Don't know why he committed suicide and jumped out of a building. Did he jump out of a building or was he pushed? Now, I'm not saying anything. Now, I am going to tell you another story that you can research, and this is also true. One, look up Eisenhower. If you Google this, Google Eisenhower and the aliens. Eisenhower and the aliens. Okay, that's a whole nother show. I'm going to let you do it. This is your homework. Eisenhower and aliens. Okay. I will tell you that President Eisenhower did have a thing with where he met with extraterrestrials. Okay. President John F. Kennedy, killed, right? Assassinated, right? Okay, you want to know why he was assassinated? It's because he took Marilyn Monroe out to Area 51 and they had relations out there. Okay. He said, hey, do you want to go out there and see the aliens? Okay, I've lost you here, but I'm going to keep talking. Yeah. So, and then they found Marilyn Monroe. So they found Marilyn Monroe. Also, she was murdered, and so a lot of this was because of that. So, all right.
Bad connection. Sorry
okay,
about that, Liz.
yeah, okay. I don't know where I lost you at. So anyway, the reason why Marilyn Monroe.
Back yet? Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay. Am I back now? Okay. So Marilyn Monroe was also found dead, and Dorothy Kilgallen, she was an author. Well, the reason why Marilyn Monroe was also found dead was because her and Robert F. Kennedy also had an affair. So she was going to talk about the aliens, if something else had come up, between Robert F. and John F. And did it not? Right? Did it not come up? Things came up. Sure did, didn't they? And you can find all that out there too. So I just provide the documentation that I find and put the puzzle pieces together. That's really the best way to do it. And then that way you can make an informed discovery on your own as far as whether you think they're real. So, I gave you the PDF that mentions weather balloons.
Yeah.
So, hey, we've heard that a lot. And of course, yeah, that one that went from China probably was a weather balloon. But some of the others, if one is an accident, then two is intentional, I think. Three is exceptional. And then four is extraordinary. That's what I think. Um, so, but yeah, so this is kind of what I do. But I'm
Yeah,
on the
it's one
mail.
of these things where the problem is that we're not getting any credible information through. I mean, Trudeau said that they've brought something down. Uh, they're not saying exactly what they've brought down,
Right,
and why have they brought it down? I mean,
right.
it took America days before they brought a balloon down. You've
Hmm.
no idea what that's been doing. It's been up in the atmosphere.
Right.
It could have been releasing anything.
Yes. Yeah. So now, we me and my wife and my family, we know. Even my mom asked me today. She's like, "So, have you contacted the government yet to let them know about your files?" I'm like, "No, they already know. They already know. I mean, I gave them to Little Rock Air Force Base back in 2021. They know we've talked about the Men in Black and how we had a Men in Black come to my house, and no, actually not come to my house, but it was outside, and my wife had seen somebody driving up into our driveway, and it was a Men in Black,
Yeah,
SUV and everything, and it passed her up. And we live up on a mountain, so and I tell everybody this: I don't mind giving you my address. Who's going to come see me? I'm 1,900 feet up, surrounded by forest and you know animals and deer and all that, and it's not paved. So yeah, come on up. I don't care. I had to tell a good friend of mine how to get up here today. Just had to come up here. Um, but now the EMTs and all that, yeah, they took care of me very well, and they flew me out to Chattanooga and everything. But um, so so what as we see these, we're like, yeah, they found another balloon. Of course they did, hon. Of course they did. And I just wish that people would try to communicate with their brains and say, hey, we are a hostile world, but we're not all hostile people. And that's something that I don't do a whole lot of that kind of work as far as mental. I know that some people do, and I think that there's a gathering. You might have heard that too. I think that there's a gathering of friends that we're all coming together, and that's what it's all about. And so I think that one of the reasons why I do what I do is just to help others, just to explain it to others in a down home kind of way. You know, because here in Georgia, I have to say, hey y'all, this is what I'm finding on my phone. You can do it too. Don't let it bother you. Just know that it's happening. Just be cool about it, and that everything's gonna be fine. Okay. Don't get all hostile over it, and
no.
don't get all up in your piece about it. That ain't
I
gonna
mean, the
help.
only people that seem to be getting hostile are the people in the government.
Right. Right. And are they doing that to put on a show, or are they doing that to say, oh yeah, well, you're protected, everything, yeah, that's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, regardless of whatever happens, you can look behind yourself at all those posters that you have and say, are we protected? Yeah, we're protected, and we're still
Well, no,
protected.
because they said they weren't protected.
Yeah,
They
but
already came out with a statement.
oh
What they
yeah,
said was that the one thing what they said was, and this was from video footage from 2000 and what, 2002, 2004. These tic tac objects, these craft, that they said that whatever there was one thing for sure. It wasn't their craft. and it
Right.
was a worry because the maneuvers and the speed that that tic tac craft moved at, right, yeah, had them
Mhm.
baffled. And the problem that what they said was, whoever had that technology rule.
Mhm.
Now that to me, that's a worry. That's like saying my country saying, well, what it is, that's superior technology of the sky.
Mhm.
And remember, whoever owned the skies back in World War II, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
um, basically on bombing raids, bombing missions, right? Yeah, and
Mhm.
the fighter jets looking after the actual bombers,
Right.
sort of like whoever had that superior technology, basically were the ultimate winners.
Yes.
Right. Now
Right.
that's scary for, and they did say that. You can hear them say it on TV. We don't know whose technology it is, and they said if it was the Russians or Chinese, they're worried.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
And when I say that we're protected, it's because of our we're protected by God. We're protected by the light. So, and we're protected by the good, and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I think that that's a good thing. And I'm just saying that that we're always going to be able to do what we do. Me and you are going to do what we do, and we're going to provide a service. And before long, people are going to start maybe even coming to us. And that's not something that I was like, oh, well, guess what? Now you need to come to me. No, I'm just saying that I can give you the answers that I have, and what from what I've seen, I don't see any hostility. That's why I don't like hostility against something that's not showing any hostility to us. All it is they're if they're looking at us, that's fine, you know.
yeah. I know what you're
But
saying. I know what you're saying.
and that's one of those things. That's one of those worlds that we want to be in. We want to be if you look at your Beatles posters, we want to wish we were back then. um Things would be a little bit different. I think we would be treating things a little bit more peacefully, I would hope. Like they've said before, the hippies had it. The hippies knew what they were doing.
Well, listen,
um
let me tell you there, because that's the one of the falsest statements I could possibly
Uh-oh,
hear,
uh-oh. Okay,
because
okay.
I just watched last week. I watched a documentary for, I think it was 2 hours, about George Harrison and the
Hmm.
Beatles.
Right.
Right? Yeah,
Hmm.
and I was amazed. There was a clip where he's talking. It's showing you all the hippies behind him, and there
Hmm.
was a statement what he came out with about them young lads and lasses all running around, hippies, taking drugs and all this lot.
Hmm.
And I listened to what he said about them, right? And I could not
Hmm.
believe me ears what he
Wow.
said about them.
Wow.
Now then,
That's interesting. Yeah. So yeah. So I appreciate that
wasn't
too.
polite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
somebody that's all love and peace.
Mm. Oh, okay. I see what you're
And
saying.
what he said sickened me to my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
could not
understand.
believe it. So, and this is somebody that's supposed to have, sort of like whatever God he was praying to and what have you. In
Yeah.
fact, something that I didn't realise, that the nobody wanted to promote, Life of Brian, the film.
Hmm.
My dad wouldn't let me watch Life of Brian,
Wow.
right? Yeah, I was banned from watching Life of Brian, right? I
Hmm.
was told if I watch that, I can get out of the house, go live somewhere else,
Oh, wow.
right? And I didn't realise that they were looking for somebody to make the film. They needed a sponsor for the money. Guess who put his money into making that film?
George Harrison.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
I learned some real things the other day watching the documentary.
I
You
bet.
know what I mean? It opened my eyes a
I
lot.
had a I had a good friend of mine from Algeria. He's a Muslim, and he told me, he said, "Have you ever seen the movie Lord of the Rings?" And I was like, "No, I mean, I don't really watch a whole lot of movies. I mean, I know that's a big movie and everything,
Yeah,
but he says you need to look up Gog and Magog, and they are these these evil, terrible people that exist, and they come out of the earth and they do all these crazy things." But you'd have to look that up. That's a whole
yeah.
nother show too. But
I know.
but
Yeah, I know about them. Yeah,
the fact that he brought that up just really blew me away, because
yeah.
here he is, a Muslim, and that's what they believe. They believe in all of this, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm reaching out to all these different religions and different beliefs, different people, and putting it together into my team to say, okay, my objects and orbs team, I need somebody who can give us this side over here, the Muslim view, this side over here, Christian
What you've
view,
got
and
to remember is the Muslims believe that Jesus, what they say is Jesus was a prophet, like Muhammad,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
right.
They believe in jinn,
Yes, yes, he
spirits.
tells me about Jin
I'm going to ask you
all
something now. Yeah, because
hmm
it's just over an hour, and I don't want it to go on too long because I want it to go straight up
Yep, you're
on.
good.
But what I'll say to you this: look this up, Les, because this sickened me as well. Look how Jesus, right? Yeah, brought a man back from the dead to life, and see how he did it, and see something really bizarre. What the man who later came back to life asked Jesus to do that night,
Okay.
right? Yeah, and I
Yes, I
was
will.
quite
I'll look
sickened
that up.
when I read about this. I was quite sickened actually.
Hmm. Well, I will look it
So
up.
I'll say thank you very much, Les. Again, I'm going to have to run down and take some painkillers now.
Okay.
Um, I've been in a lot of pain while we've been talking, but it's been fantastic as usual, and some amazing images there. And I will chat to you again later on.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you
So,
so much.
Les Duran, thank you very much for being on the show and being my guest on